Hey everyone, it's episode 4 of Ask Us Relationships. Gosh, 4 weeks already. Let me invite Diana.
Hi.
You are joining us. And as we get started, we just want to remind you guys that we have this wonderful group on Facebook, which is free to join. Join us. Welcome. You are most welcome in that group. Within that group, we have a lot of relationship discussions. We do have a highlight of the month, which is the monthly gathering. And this month is going to be an interesting topic as well, because next week we have the gathering, right? Which means we won't be doing our live on Instagram. We will be having our discussion. I cannot wait.
Yeah, me too.
Right. I have the question. Are you ready?
Yeah, yeah, let's dive in.
Let's go. So the question is, as a broken woman, relationship wise, how do you find that trust in yourself again? I'm referring to after making so many bad decisions in men, meeting a new man and trusting yourself to be open to trying again. It starts with a very heartwarming line, isn't it? What's
Yeah.
your take on this?
Yeah, that really hits the heart for me. Uh, First of all, I truly appreciate your concern and your sharing your feelings around this topic, around your experience, because, trusting yourself and others again, especially after past hurt, can be really challenging and also a courageous journey, right? Because it is a sign that you're not giving up on love for yourself and others, because you're opening yourself up again. You're interested in doing that. So the question, how do you find that trust in yourself again? I think it all has to begin with inner work. So it's really giving yourself the compassion you truly deserve, and understanding your core values, and going through grief process, understanding that you have lost, and you've been hurt, and understanding how that impacted your life, and how you perceive the world now, right? and and through that, I think you'll be able to embrace forgiveness, not just for other people, but for yourself, because we're not perfect. We all make mistakes, right? So having that compassion leads you to the less daunting loneliness of grieving process, and then takes you to the portal of forgiveness. And all of this can be done, or you can start doing this through self-reflection, which is your inner work. Right. So, but first I want to address this first line, as a broken woman, because I think the first thing that I would do is to really redefine what that means for you. I think that when we assume a certain label, our minds just don't know the difference, right? So we tend to, when we put ourselves into that little box of, like, I'm a broken woman, our mind will calculate. It's like, okay, when and how and what's the truth in that. So I'll give you all that information, and then before you know it, you are behaving like one, which you're not, because you just don't see, you split yourself, so you just don't see the difference between someone who experience difficulties in a relationship, which feels like you're broken inside, and that it's just something that needs healing, right? And so when we label ourselves in a certain way, it sometimes it becomes our personality, and then our approach in our relationship, any kind of relationship with others and ourselves, is a broken one. But if you come from a place of compassion and self-love, and understanding that you are someone who experience human experiences and emotion, it opens you up to a possibility of healing and understanding of a bigger world that is out there and the bigger world that is within you. So then you can lead with a great source of energy and love for yourself so that you can begin healing. So that's my take.
Going back to what you said, I love what you just shared. There's so much compassion, there's so much love in what you shared, because the first line itself, it needs a lot of compassion, right? And yeah, I agree to what you said, because if we label ourselves, subconsciously we are telling ourselves that is me, rather than I've experienced something, and that is being human, and I'm hurt. So yeah, my take is very similar to what you said, because what I'm hearing from that first line itself is, it paints a picture to me. When I hear that, it paints a picture that someone is deeply hurt. And because they're deeply hurt, now they're expecting someone else to come and fix that. And that's what we do in a relationship, don't we? It's not our fault. The society has created it this way. I see Dee, she's joined. Hi, Dee.
Oh, hi, Dee.
Finally, it's happening. This is what we say in relationship. We use words like my other half. We say, you complete me, right? And these words itself, it almost shows that something's lacking in us, that I am incomplete and someone else needs to come and complete me. But that's when we do that, when we almost expect that someone has to come and fix it, there's a lot of expectations. Entering into a relationship with that mindset that someone will heal me, or when this person comes into my life, that's when I will find joy. You're putting a lot of strain on that relationship even before it started. Already starting with a lot of expectations that, or this person, when this person comes into my life, or when someone comes into my life, that's when I start healing. But the healing needs to start now. So you could welcome that person. What if that person has gone through a deep hurt as well? And they probably need healing. So again, what if someone's coming to you and expecting you to heal them? It's just not possible, is it?
Yeah.
Probably it is possible in a way, in a relationship, because there is a beautiful thing you're creating together. But expecting the other person to do that, that's a tricky place to be in.
Yeah, I think that when we go into a relationship, our partner often mirrors the things that we need to work on ourselves. And it's really hard sometimes to navigate that, because the triggers, if you're not aware, often can lead to disagreement and conflict. So it's really important to really trust yourself in who you are. So one of the things that I do believe in, the self-trust really begins in understanding your core values, knowing who you are, knowing what you want in life. And the other thing that really helped me in my previous relationship, and how I end and begin again, is to take time, take as much time as you need. This is where the reflection happens, is that take your time to reflect on what happened in that previous relationship. What were the red flags, right? What were your contribution to the decline of the relationship? So I think when we start to own our part in the relationship, like what you said, like, you know, no one can fix me or no one can heal me, because it has to start from within me, from here, from inside. Because we join when we think that if we think that we could be a whole person with the other person fixing us, it really puts a lot of pressure in the relationship. So knowing your core values and understanding what you really want in a relationship will really build that self-trust in you, because then you know the boundaries that you and your partner can cross and can't cross, right? And you'll understand what really is that makes you happy and what defines you. And I think that when you take ownership of your emotion and extend self-compassion towards yourself, the journey to become whole within your system, within yourself, is easier than looking for things around you to make you feel complete. So, you know, and I think that the last thing I want to say, and perhaps for me this is the most important thing, is like really understand what you value, what your belief system, understanding your belief system and what truly matters. Knowing yourself is the foundation of self-trust. The self-awareness is the foundation of self-trust, because you will know what you want, what you don't like, and how you can navigate your relationship today and in the future. So I think that when we clearly define all of these aspects, we can move into a decision like dating, you know, or choices that we make in a more informed space and confident about who you are and what you put out in the table. And then you don't expect too much. You don't look for something, because if you're looking for something, you don't have it. But if you say, this is who I am, and I want to share this piece of me in this relationship, and then you allow the other person to show up for who they are authentically, rather than expectation, right? So yeah, and take your time. Take as much time in really falling in love with yourself and really understanding who you are. And I can't I don't know, I'm so passionate about self love and self understanding, because your inner world is so important, because that's whatever is in here you put out there. So nourish yourself and embrace who you are. You are a person who experienced a lot of losses, and you've learned from this. This is all these experiences that you've had, all this heartbreak that you've had, has led you to this resilient person that you are today, who is still willing to open your heart to date again. How wonderful is that? So give yourself like a pat on your back and just like, I'm learning, and you're growing and you're evolving, right? So that's what I wanted to add.
Oh, 100% agree, 100%, because the main question is, how do I trust myself, right? And what does trust mean? Again, trust is being honest. Trust equals honesty. Being honest with your own self. First of all, knowing what are my emotional needs, right? Because it's most of the time, it's those emotional needs, when they are not met, that's when it kicks in, and we are really annoyed with the other person, and we are expecting them to fill that void. So really checking in with yourself every time you are expecting something and you get annoyed with the other person. Take time, check in. What is the emotional need here? What do I need right now? Give it to yourself. That's when you're being honest to yourself, and you're telling yourself, I'm here. I'm here for you. And as you said, I completely agree. The values, knowing what my true values are, when you go into this relationship, also knowing that this person comes with their unique values. Doesn't need to be an exact match. Sometimes I think maybe people go into dating thinking, these are my values, this person needs to match my values. That's when we are a perfect match, right? But there's nothing like perfectionism is not a thing, is it?
No.
That person
Yeah.
comes with their unique values. So again, seeing them for who they are, as you said, accepting for who they are, allowing their values to shine. And that's when they can see you for who you are and allow your values to shine. And together you co-create something amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that when you start knowing yourself and your core, you know, I think that maybe some time we can talk about the difference between values and core values, right? And I think that knowing those two, the two difference of those two is really important as well, because when you truly know what you want, you can define what it is that you really want in a person, like what you said, right? You see them for who they are and see if that really aligns with who you are and what you believe. So what do you start thinking about? What do you value in a partner? Do you value supportiveness? Do you value a good listener? Do you value sense of humor? Right? Because when you start to know what you truly want for yourself and in a relationship, self-trust is really easy. Like it's not something that you keep questioning yourself, because you know that this is something that aligns your values and who you are. So yeah, it's a journey. It's a lifetime journey, because we evolve. You know, we're not committed to who we are 5 minutes ago, and we learn every day, and our values changes over time, but our core values is our pillars for who we represent as who we are as human being. So keep doing your inner work. That's my last word. Like, keep doing your inner work, be consistent, practice self-awareness, self-love, prioritizing your needs, because when your cup is full, when all that self-trust is there, you don't go out there and putting question mark on everybody's faces, right? You really know that I don't have to believe what they say, because I know who I am. I have now a choice to decide for myself whether or not this relationship works for me or this dating works for me. So you navigate your life with so much empowerment of who you are, rather than what the society thinks or make other people happy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, go with this mantra, right? I am whole, I am complete, I am resourceful.
Yes.
I am capable of meeting my own emotional needs.
I love
No,
that.
no one needs to come and fix it. I am my own fixer. I heal myself. And I give. I'm a giving soul, right? When the soul is powerful, when it's healed, we give. The values that we have, it shines. We don't expect that person to always match our values, but we give. We always mirror what we want. So we give it to them. This is honesty. I will be honest. I will be trustworthy. I will respect you. And that will mirror back.
Beautiful. Oh, I
Ah,
can't believe, like,
we can
yeah,
keep talking,
I
right?
know, yeah. But I think people have joined, but I can't see any comments. But if you have any thoughts and insights around this topic, we would really want to invite you to write on the comment, and because this is how we learn together, is that we're just scratching the surface of self-trust. We could do this for hours on end to really understand what the elements of what it means to really fully trust yourself. Because when you start to unravel, it's really meeting parts of yourself that you haven't met. Like, oh, I am this and I am that, and I like all of myself. Like starting to befriend all who you are within yourself and growing from there. So we really want you to give insights, comment, and whatnot, and we would love to
Send us
hear from you.
questions.
Send us questions.
Send us more
Absolutely.
questions.
Yes.
And reach out if this resonates with you and you feel that, oh, I do want to know more about my values. I do want to do that deep inner work to know where this could take me. Reach out to us. That's what we are for. We are coaches, and that's what we love doing. We love taking our clients on a journey, right? And
Yeah.
to that destination that they want to be. So reach out to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Dee said core values are at the core of it all. We need them. We need to know them at at every step of our journey within, without. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dee. So we won't be here next Wednesday. We will be doing our gathering live with people on Zoom.
Yeah.
So if this is something that interests you, reach out to us and we will definitely send you the link. And let's learn together, let's grow together and support each other. And we're here for you.
Yeah. And the link is in our bio as well. So click the link, join us on the other side on Facebook, and we would love to have more of these discussions with you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for today, Diana. And thank you everyone for joining us. Please comment if you're watching later.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, thank you everyone. Thanks for joining us. Thank you,
Bye.
Diana.
Bye.
Bye.